Really short video to show you two ways to access data or print off data you might need for parent-teacher interviews. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up into Sentral and click on the blue S, and you can see all of the access paths we can get to. The first one we're going to use is Markbook. So let's say if you want to have a look at the raw marks that a student's got, what you then need to do is come down into the faculty markbooks, and just for this example I'm going to use Year 7 TAS as an example. You could then scroll down then and find your specific class and click on that class. Now what you'll actually notice then is what loads up is your class, the students in your class, and then all of the tasks, etc. Now for TAS, I know personally that timber was what I taught the students, so that's going to be a set of marks I want to know. And also that there are calculations in there, and hopefully they've been done correctly. So I can now go Actions and I can go Print Options, and this gives me the ability to do the following. I'd always work in landscape because there's usually enough fields for you to need a landscape view. I can select my class, or if I teach multiple classes I could select all of them. Down here, because I checked as I opened the Markbook which set of projects this is going to relate to, so they're the actual marks for the TAS project I taught. I'm also going to select any of the S1 outcome fields, so that calculates the value and shows me the grade the student should have got on their report. I've also got the score-wide learning outcome that's part of the report, the assessment mark, the assessment grade and the course rank. So if I now go Print Markbook, it's going to prepare and generate this report for me. And if I go up now and view that report, what we can see now is all of my students. We can see everything that I asked to look for. So you can see the actual raw marks. We can then also see the calculations and how they will actually appear or should have appeared on the students' reports. And in this case, because there were multiple columns, I've actually got 2 pages wide worth of data. So that's the first method that you may wish to use if you're going to access data for reporting time. The other thing, or the other area I would go to look at, I'm going to go back to that Central S, and down here we're going to use the Academic Reports button. So I click on Academic Reports. If it asks me to select a reporting period, I would select 7 to 10 because that's who we're looking at for parent-teacher interviews. Now I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to use the Print Reports button, and I'm going to go Summary Report, just because it's far easier to see everything in a very small space rather than having to look through pages and pages of unnecessary content. Now I'm going to go Class Cohort. I'm going to select the class I'm looking for. So again, in this case, I'm looking for 7 TAS G. And then if I scroll down the page, I come to Print Options. My print option is going to be my class only. So I don't want to see all of TAS, I just want to see the class G. And then at the very bottom of the page is a Generate Reports button that I'm going to click. It's just off your vision at the moment. Okay, so that report then runs. Really simply, if I load up that summary report, what I can see is each of my students. I can see the text for what the outcome name is and the achievement level they've received. I can see their overall achievement grade at the top. Underneath each student's commitment for learning, I then see their assessment mark and their assessment rank. And I can actually see in this case my 22 students in 6 pages. So it's a very, very good overview of what's exactly happening. And I can take both of these pieces of data then as separate files and have them loaded on my desktop, all ready for when a parent arrives and they're asking me questions about how their son performed. Once again, if there are any questions at reporting time, at parent-teacher interviews that you feel you can't answer, just indicate to the parent or the guardian that you would refer the matter to your head of department and that we would get back to them as soon as possible. Best of luck.